Good afternoon and welcome to Teleislas News, the most important news of the day. The Departmental Peace Council defined priorities to draw the roadmap that will allow them to develop activities for the welfare of all the population.
Today in the Waldwin Peterson Bent Auditorium, the meeting of the Peace Council of the island took place, which brings together members of the different sectors such as the racial community, religious leaders, teachers, businessmen, LGBTI community, and people with disabilities, among others, with the aim of establishing a joint work route for this 2021 that will benefit the archipelago, with the support of the national government through the High Commissioner for Peace.
Today in the first meeting, we are identifying the daily conflicts of the archipelago, but additionally a second meeting is coming this month, where we are going to propose some solutions to these conflicts and some serious and executable proposals in the framework of the Territorial Council of Peace, Reconciliation and Coexistence. The idea is to be able to work and to support these actions and to go further, to make measurable and adjustable action plans with some objectives. Today we are going to test in this action plan in the framework of the ordinary plenary, which will be our guide for 2021.
Attendees at the event as members of the departmental government indicated that this type of event represents a big step for the island community in order to resolve conflict.
This is an important, relevant space because it allows dialogue, allows conversation and convergence of the different actors of society.
Peace and healthy coexistence is built when we all put our part and begin to understand important aspects such as civic culture and respect for others.
It is expected that this peace committee will meet every month to evaluate the situation that affects the community of the archipelago.
Satisfactory was the visit of the Superintendent of Industry and Commerce, both in San Andres and in the municipality of Old Providence and Santa Catalina. The Superintendent stated that the consumer's house is available for those who wish to make complaints and demands.
Andres Barreto described as successful the different meetings and negotiations carried out during his visit to the archipelago. He reiterated his support to the headquarters locally and the island community.
We have been working the whole week here in San Andres and Providencia. We had the chance to be on Monday in Providencia to see in firsthand what happened with the hurricane and how to protect the consumers and their rights. The fact that we are not living or that we're not here permanently doesn't mean that we're not here. The house is here for you Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 p.m., and you can have news, the virtual channels that we have. We had the chance to meet the governor, the different sectors, the different industries in the island, and we also had the chance to prioritize a plan in order to constantly see what is happening in the island and, of course, bring effective solutions for the community.
The Superintendent of Industry and Commerce reminds the insular population of the disposition of the consumer's house on the island to receive complaints and demands from islanders from 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon from Monday through Friday.
The comodatum signed between the Departmental Administration and the School of Public Administration regarding the space that it will occupy in the Bolivariano Educational Institution has caused controversy. For the governor in charge and the Secretary of Education in charge, it is unacceptable that the members of the board of this institution and some parents do not realize the great opportunity that this effort could offer to their children.
In the contract signed between the parties, the ESAP would apparently occupy the administrative block of the Bolivariano Educational Institution to advance its processes on the island for approximately 5 years. The main idea of the contract is that the young islanders can access higher education free of charge.
The ESAP is offering credit, scholarships, spaces for academic programs, but if we do not understand the value of education and are not aware of the importance of educational institutions and keep trying in some way to delay that these institutions manage to enter San Andres, then our speech on the street is contradictory. We cannot be asking to have scholarships and have forgivable credits and access to education, and then when education institution accesses us, we do not want to open spaces for them.
For the Secretary of Education in charge, it is important that the community understand the benefits of allowing the entry of high-quality higher education to the archipelago.
ESAP will be in the island, and not only ESAP. We are also negotiating that the UNAD comes. We are negotiating that other universities come to the island, even if they are temporary, but they will be here. We want San Andres to be an educating island, and that is what we intended.
Finally, she said that the ESAP will place information and communication technologies classroom in the department and the students of the Bolivariano school would be the first beneficiaries of them, while also having access to higher education for free.
And since the passage of the hurricane by the municipality of Old Providence, which was severely destroyed, the National Police has arranged an emergency team to assist in the reconstruction of all the houses that were slightly affected by the strong winds of Iota.
Ponalsar es una unidad la cual es nacional y
Ponalsar is a national unit and is responsible for addressing all emergencies and disasters in the national and international territory. The interventions we are doing in the municipality is the attention to the disaster caused by the hurricane that occurred months ago. The function of Ponalsar is to defend the rights of citizens, and second, since there is an emergency, we are helping collaborating in the reconstruction of roofs in this sector for the people.
Major General Juan Alberto Libreros, who is the delegate of the National Police for the reconstructions, and knows that since the day one they have been working with the reconstruction of Old Providence and Queclina.
La Policía Nacional al día siguiente del paso del huracán Iota.
The National Police, from the first day of the passage of Hurricane Iota, made available all the capacity of the National Police for the island of Old Providence. We went from having a team of 24 people to having 150, and we have participation from the different specialties, such as the Childhood and Adolescents Police, the Environmental Police, the Tourism Police, the Carabiniers, and the Direction of Anti-Narcotics.
This emergency group of the National Police is expected to adapt the roof of 80 houses in the municipality of Old Providence.
The headquarters of the League Against Cancer is under reconstruction also after suffering damages by the passage of Hurricane Iota.
Thanks to the help of the foundations such as Archipelago, the space occupied by the League Against Cancer could be back on its feet to continue serving the community.
Todas las donaciones que hemos recibido nosotros en Pro Archipelago.
Within all the donations that we have received as Pro Archipelago for the events that occurred with the Hurricane Iota, from Pro Archipelago we are organizing the strengthening of all the social institutions that in the islands provide a very valuable service to the community. At the time that the hurricane partially destroyed this headquarters where we are, we as foundation have consciously made it our business to raise the resources to continue with the works that the League has been doing and what they need.
For the members of the League Against Cancer, this help was of vital importance since it came at the right time to be able to continue with the reconstruction.
It is a very exciting moment for all of us with this little house. We have taken care of it with much love and much effort since it was delivered to us. After the passage of Hurricane Iota, we have had many damages. For example, the roof was raised, the ceiling and the lighting were also damaged, but however, everything on the second floor we were able to repair, like the roof and so on. But Pro Archipelago arrived at the most important moment because they gave us the support needed for the rest of the reconstruction.
It is expected now that after these adjustments, the headquarters of the League Against Cancer in our department can continue with its function to help the entire community of the archipelago.
Strategies to improve tourist service on the island continue. This time it is a workshop on digital marketing that will benefit small and medium lodges in the island.
In order to help small and medium-sized lodgings on the islands to further their tourism projects, Aloha Te'in, in alliance with the Javeriana University and Payu, opened digital marketing workshops. The event started on February the 24th.
The event is on digital marketing and development of digital platforms, an alliance that, thanks to our Vice President Gonzalo Garcia, led and managed with the digital platform to develop online marketing for small and medium-sized lodgings in San Andres and promote community tourism and the entire tourism production chain in San Andres.
In the same vein, the Vice President of Aloha Te'in explained.
It has an inclusive one in which we have a tour operators participating based in San Andres. This as a benefit and as an incentive in the search for a solution to the problems that have been generated.
Finally, one of the workshop participants explained what the certification consists of.
Together with the Javeriana, a topic of digital transformation of empowering these businesses to start with everything that has to do with digital transformation and e-commerce. These 4 days that we will be on the island, we will talk about e-commerce, digital strategies, payment gateways, social networks, digital guidelines, social impact within digital platforms, neurolinguistics, and neuromarketing.
The closing and delivery of certificates will be on February the 26th after 3 days of workshops.
And now let's get to know other news that are making news today in our flash section, News of the Day.
In the specific command of San Andres, Admiral Hernando Matos de Ega received the representatives of the state entities participating in the Seaflower scientific expedition. The meeting was held with the objective of continuing the coordination for the 2021 version of the expedition, which would take place both in Old Providence and San Andres during the first half of the year. During the meeting, the expedition's closing kits were delivered to the expedition members, donated by the House Representative for the Archipelago, Elizabeth J. Pang Diaz, Colombiana del Océano, the National Navy, Coralina, the National University of Colombia, the Caribbean branch Caucus de los Océanos, and the departmental government are participating in the scientific expedition. The Child and Adolescent Protection Group arrived in Old Providence with the Polirumba, recreational activity for children and adolescents of the municipality to have preventive and safe environments, strengthening their social and personal development. The department's Secretariat of Tourism conducted an inspection of the Jhonny Cay Regional Park to monitor the operation of the establishments operating in the place. During the visit, dialogues were established with tourism providers in order to know the quality of services provided to continue promoting the reactivation.